Good morning and welcome back to the vlog. Today, we haven't got very many seals in, we've only got 3, and one of them is self-feeding, so we don't have to do very much. So it's just me and Dan on today. So we're going to be doing some checks and wound cleaning and things like that for a couple of seals that came in a couple of days ago. And one of the things I'm going to show you today is temperature taking. Now I'll let Dan explain why we take the temperatures. So take it away, Dan.
So this morning we were doing checks on our seals, giving them a bit of a health assessment, checking their breathing rate first of all, and then we move on to the hands-on things like taking temperatures. Now that's one of the more important things that we can do, as it gives us an insight into what's happening with the animal. If we've got very thin animals that don't have much blubber layer, especially in the cold weather that we've had recently, being winter of course, then we need to know if we need to put on a heat mat for them or even a heat lamp to help them maintain a temperature. Or alternately, if they're too hot, then we might need to give them something to cool down, whether that's a bit of a cold shower, literally, with a hose pipe, or even sometimes medication to try and treat whatever it is that might be causing that. A normal temperature range for seals is actually very similar to humans, so we're talking sort of low 36 to high 37 degrees Celsius. There's a little bit of leeway either side of that, of course. There is a bit of natural variation, but generally speaking, if it's below 36, we'd be perhaps a little bit concerned. If it's a bit over 38, again, we'd be a bit concerned the other way that there might be something else going on. Could just be something related to stress, could be something else, but we keep a record of all of these temperatures when the pups come in 3 times a day at every session. Once they're more stabilised, we'll start to cut it down as we become more confident that they're regaining their health and are able to maintain their temperature, and whatever might have been causing high or low temperatures has been treated.
So of course what we need is a thermometer, and these are Braun thermometers. These are some of the best thermometers that we use here, and it's just a 1-button press, and that will eventually show the temperature. And this is Beyond Burger. Depending on whether it's a boy or a girl, boys have 1 hole, girls have 2, and this has to go in the anus, which probably isn't very comfortable at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I always feel a little bit sorry for the seals, but once it's in and stable, it takes just a few seconds to give a reading. You have to go quite far in just because they've got a thick blubber layer which would mask the temperature of the seal if you just put it underneath a flipper or something. 37.2. Whereabouts with the wound?
There's some on the reinforcers if you have a look around. I think they're all quite minor.
Yeah.
There's one up here on the chin.
Alright, hon.
There might be some further up on the back as well.
That's right.
When you see them sort of like really get them let loose again, you don't realise.
Yeah. This is African wild dog. Oh, that's a nice big yawn. He's a bit bigger.
Look at his teeth. You know, when people are putting the kids with them to take photographs, this is what.
Lift up the tail, and because it's a boy, it's got 1 hole. And you push it as far in as you can because the blubber will mask the temperature otherwise. That's 36.3. Oh, there's one on the claw there.
Tiny one on the front left foot as well.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a nice claw.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a really nasty one on the back here. There's a nasty one on the back. That's on the underside of the flipper. That one on the tail.
How old are these boys?
They're about sort of 8 to 10 weeks old, most of them at the moment, and then sort of come January we'll be getting more 10 to 12 weeks old. And so
Oh, I think that one's probably a bit sore.
their age
Yes,
now,
yeah.
because when they're born they have that fluffy white coat, and they keep that for about 2 weeks. Yeah. And then they molt out of it by the time they're 3 weeks old. So after that, you sort of go on the size of their teeth.
Oh, I see, yeah. We've got
So
some
they're
decent
about,
teeth,
yeah.
haven't they? Yeah.
That's about an 8 weeks.
Oh,
You say there's one. Can you just lift up a bit, Dan? There's a. I think that's one there. But... I know. This is how an expert assist feeds.
It's not on there. It's a bit bigger.
Let me just leave the one on the floor.
there we are. That was
We had good temperatures with our seals today, so nobody that we're particularly concerned about. Leon Berger here is a very small seal, so it is one that we'd be quite concerned about keeping a close eye on the temperature, especially overnight. So the morning temperature can be quite important to do, so we know how it's done overnight. Equally, the one at the end of the day as well, because they're going to be left overnight. We'll leave the heat mat on for them. They're pretty good at finding them once they know what they're for, so if they need the heat, they know where to go and find it.
And that's it. Once the thermometer is used, we have to wash that up. And these ones are good because you can actually get them a little bit wet while we're washing them to make sure they can go for the next patient. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please like and subscribe to the channel. And we'll be putting up some more in the new year. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.